Good morning, everyone. We have a lot to cover today, so I'm going to quickly run through the President's schedule, and then we'll take some questions after that. At approximately 8:06 a.m., the President will be awoken by one of his closest advisors, who will tell him, Mr. President, a giant monster has entered Manhattan. And then at 8:45 a.m., after receiving a briefing on the situation, the President will meet with members of his ethnically diverse staff around a large circular table in a dimly lit room, where he then will have to decide whether to trust his militaristic defense secretary or his brilliant but troubled scientific advisor, who will then claim that a traditional military assault will not work on the monster. The President will listen to both sides of the argument, of course, and then at 8:57 a.m., the President will push himself back from the table, pause for a moment, and then in a tone both wistful and strong, say, "Send in the Marines." At 9:45 a.m., the President and his advisors will huddle around a screen where they'll actually follow the battle in real time. They will then listen in on a radio communication from a handsome young Marine with a beautiful pregnant wife, who will inform them it's not working. This thing is like nothing we've ever seen before. It's getting stronger by the minute. Oh no, it's coming toward us. The radio will then go dead, and after a hushed silence, the President will ask to be left alone. At 10:04 a.m., clouds will begin to roll in, casting shadows across the President's face. And at 10:05 a.m., the President will then stare at several pictures of previous presidents on the wall, looking for answers that will never come, for the answers will have been inside him all along, which he will then find out at approximately 11:15 a.m. And at 1:15 p.m., the President will meet with his science advisor that he had previously ignored. And once they bury the hatchet on a decades-old romantic rivalry, the science advisor will recommend an incredibly risky, far-fetched plan to kill the monster. The defense secretary will object. The President will silence him with the motion of his hand and then ask the Secret Service to escort the secretary out. The President will then turn to his science advisor and say, "Let's do it." At approximately 2 p.m., after a cross-section of Americans of every race, religion, and age come together to pray and comfort each other, the science advisor's plan will be put into action. And at first, it'll appear to have no effect on the monster, but at 2:10 p.m., it'll become clear that the monster is weakening until it finally dies 2 minutes later in a fireball at 2:12 p.m. At 2:30 p.m., the President and the science advisor will shake hands in an emotionally charged moment, and the science advisor's estranged wife, who miraculously survived the attack in Manhattan, will realize she never stopped loving him. And then 2 summers from now, the President will repeat the schedule, but with better production values and shittier writing.